Hello, beautiful souls. It's definitely been a minute since I have recorded anything, at least in comparison with how often I would generally record. I've been a bit under the weather, still on the up and up, but definitely feeling so much more of my energy returning, or not even returning, I guess, more within accessible, if that makes, yeah, it makes sense to me, so, but, so I wanted to give myself a reading. I was feeling a bit, outside of, not feeling 100% health-wise, I was feeling a bit down just emotionally in general, and just in a space of feeling a bit lost, a bit confused, and I don't know, just going through a myriad of different feelings at once. So I wanted to pull some cards for myself. And then as I was shuffling, my mind wandered to other places. And I felt called to record. However, I'm not feeling called to go down the same path that I had originally anticipated. It's like a redirection. But yeah, I'm going to be pulling some cards for myself. And perhaps guardian angel. Thank you. Perhaps, the message will also resonate for you. Yeah. Whew. No. I don't know what the no is for. I don't think I had a specific question on my mind pertaining to like anything that was yes, no, Maybe that one's not for me. But the one at the bottom of the deck, holy love. Definitely feeling very loved and supported in this moment. And this definitely, for me, is some confirmation that, regardless of how it is I am feeling in this moment, knowing and trusting that that I'm never alone, And then as I say that, I get a text message coming in from someone saying, I got you. So it's just, like all of that synchronicity, trusting that regardless of what is going on, we are always held, we're always protected, and there is always support that's there, and trusting in that. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to read them. I think I feel the message. Generally, when I read for myself, I don't read the guidebook. Sometimes I will. you know, if I feel called to, but generally I don't read the guidebooks. I just kind of go with whatever intuitively comes through from me. But when I read for people, I do read the guidebooks because I find that the messages, you know, they carry something of note, you know. Like, even if it's that not the whole card resonates, but there's just like one sentence or one line that you're like, oh my gosh, wow, that connects to this that happened, you know. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's why I read it when I do readings for people. And also the messages are beautiful. Not that I don't want to, you know, experience that beauty for myself, but for me, I kind of just want to see what comes through intuitively. Again, unless I feel called to read it, you know. I have my star seed. Okay. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. Okay. Thank you. My alarm is going off. All right. The alarm has been stopped. All right, so the two cards that had, well, the one that called out to me was I remember, but then this one was sticking out as well. I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. Forgiveness is such an important part of healing, and it's so important that we remember that in that process of forgiving, the most important person that we need to remember is ourselves, right? Remembering to forgive ourselves. Sometimes we are our own worst critic, and we have to, you know, be patient and give ourselves compassion. And in those moments where we're not so patient with ourselves and we're not so compassionate towards ourselves, it's important that we, you know, forgive ourselves in those moments. You know, don't be hard on yourself for being hard on yourself. After all, we are only human. Well, not only, but within this reality, in this current time and space, we're only human, and that's part of the experience. And then also recognizing the impact that you have on those around you, and recognizing those moments where you allow yourself to be held accountable for your actions, and you apologize in those instances where it's needed, you know, or where it's warranted. Yeah. I remember. soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. I remember. You know, it's so I feel like I say that so much, and I've been trying to get out of saying it, but sometimes it's already been said and I can't unsay it. But I feel like I've started so many freaking videos with, it's so important that and yes, while you know, I stand behind the belief that it's important, I also feel that sometimes we can get a bit redundant and, you know, yeah, so I've been trying to, you know, work on finding something different, but that's just what keeps, that's how it keeps coming out, you know, so maybe I'll succeed eventually. No, I will succeed eventually, but for now, you get what you get and you don't get upset, right? Yes, but soul plan, your soul's purpose, right? Tune into that. Tap into what your soul is guiding you towards, what feels deep down at your core exactly what it is that you should be doing. You know, and I'm saying this to myself as well as to anyone that's listening, you know, always tap into that. You know, sometimes we can kind of get caught up in, you know, the day to day, and we can get roped back into that just, you know, monotonous routine, right? And it can pull us away from what our soul is guiding us towards, right? Yes. I remember. I feel like I want to read this one. All right. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. It's gross. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life. To trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment where you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you, or choose the one less traveled. Whew. All right. All right. I'm working on getting myself together. All right. Whew. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal. I can't even read straight. It's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all parts of the larger plan. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry. What are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Huh. Well, that is the reading. Thank you for the reminder. All right. Well, with that, I am complete. Sending so much love.